Things are about to get real. Below them, just starting up the slope, marched Trollocs carrying poles tipped with great loops of rope. Many Trollocs, the line stretched far to either side, the ends out of sight, but at its center, directly in front of Lan, a fade road. The Myrddraal seemed to hesitate as the humans appeared atop the hill, but in the next instant it produced a sword with the black blade Rand remembered so queasily, and waved it over its head. The line of Trollocs scrambled forward. "Stay with me! For the 7 Towers!" Rand was surprised to find Tam's sword in his fist. "Manetherin! Manetherin!" "Yeah, Manetherin! Manetherin!" "Karayan Kaldazar! Karayan Elisanda! Al Elisanda!" The black sword froze over the Fade's head. The opening of its cowl swiveled, searching among the oncoming horsemen. Then Lan was on the Myrddraal as the human folk fell on the Trolloc line. Warder's blade met black steel. Beast-muzzled, almost men swarmed around each of the humans, catchpoles and hooks flailing. Lan and the Myrddraal fought in a clear circle, swords matching stroke for stroke. Moiraine's white mare dashed and cut at the slightest touch of the Aes Sedai's hand. Her staff lashed out. Flame enveloped Trollocs. As they attempted to avoid her, she sought them out. Fires roared, and the Trollocs howled in rage and fury. A hook caught Rand's shoulder. Rand hung onto saddle and reins desperately. He saw Perrin struggling to wrest his axe away from 3 Trollocs. The pulling vanished. Around the humans, the Trollocs fell writhing to the ground, tearing at their hair, clawing their own faces. Then Rand saw the Myrddraal, still upright in the saddle of its madly dancing horse. It had no head. "It won't die until nightfall! That is what I've heard, anyway. Ride! This is not all of them!" If Lan had set a hard pace before, he doubled it now. The humans reached a hilltop, just as Trollocs appeared on the next hill behind them. The hilltop blackened with Trollocs, snouted, distorted faces howling, and 3 Myrddraal overawed them all. Only 100 spans separated the 2 parties. The Myrddraal's black swords rose as one. Trollocs boiled down the slope, thick, triumphant cries rising, catchpoles bobbing above as they ran. Moiraine climbed down from Aldib's back. Calmly, she removed something from her pouch. The Angreal. The Angreal looks exactly like this, except it's an ivory figurine of a woman, not a fish. The Aes Sedai raised her staff high and stabbed it into the earth. Everything was silent. The Trolloc cries stilled. For a heartbeat, everything waited. Slowly, the dull ringing returned, changing to a low rumble, growing until the earth moaned. Clouds stumbled and nearly fell. Those who rode had to cling to reins and manes. By the way, Cloud looks exactly like this, except he's gray. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. Neither the Aes Sedai nor the staff moved an inch, for all that the ground shook. The ground rippled, lapping toward the Trollocs, becoming waves of earth. Trees in the hollow lashed like switches. Trollocs fell in heaps. But the Myrddraal came slowly on. Moiraine lifted her staff, and the earth stilled. But she was not done. She pointed to the hollow between the hills, and flame gouted from the ground. She flung her arms wide, and the fire raced to the left and right, spreading into a wall separating humans and Trollocs. The heat made Rand put his hands in front of his face. The Myrddraal's black mounts fought their riders, as the Fades tried to force them through the flames. Blood and ashes! Abruptly, Moiraine wavered, and would have fallen had Lan not leaped from his horse to catch her. "Go on. That fire won't burn forever." They galloped northward. The horns in the distance shrilled out disappointment, then fell silent.